Did you know that there are 75 million horses that roam the world today? Horses are beautiful creatures who have for centuries been used for riding, working, and as companions. Knowing your horse and how to take care of it is all part of owning a horse. Today I'm going to cover talking about the history of common horses as well as some vaccines you should give your horse. First, I'm going to cover your most common horses, the Belgian and the quarter horse. Belgian horses were first bred in Belgium. In the late 19th century, Belgium was regularly exporting these horses all over Europe, and then slowly they became popular in America after an appearance at the St. Louis World Fair in 1903. Belgian horses were historically used on farms for agriculture and in cities working in warehouses and freight stations. A typical Belgian horse can pull a load of up to 8,000 pounds and work a full 8 to 10 hour day. Today, Belgian horses are used for forestry work and pleasure driving. They are also a fun ride for casual and also trail riding. Next, talk about your quarter horses. Quarter horses were originated in colonial America in the early 1600s and were used primarily for sprint racing because of the quick accelerating and muscular build of the horse. The first pioneers also used quarter horses for making their way westward, pulling wagons, herding cattle, and exploring the wide open plains. Today, the American quarter horse is known as the world's most versatile horse, and its popularity has grown as fast as the breed. The American Quarter Horse Association has more than 3 million registered horses worldwide. They are still used on ranches and racetracks, as well as becoming popular in the show ring and as pleasure riding horse. Finally, I'm going to cover some of your main vaccines that you should give your horse. First, the West Nile virus. West Nile virus is an inflammation of the central nervous system. People and animals have become infected from the bite of certain kinds of mosquitoes that are infected with the virus. Infection occurs primarily in the late summer and early fall. Some of the symptoms in a horse with West Nile is a general loss of appetite, depression, fear, weakness of their hind limbs, impaired vision, inability to swallow, and walking in circles. Once your horse has the West Nile virus, there's no vaccine to treat it. That is why the vets came up with the West Nile vaccine that you should give your horse yearly, and it will help reduce the risk of your horse getting West Nile. The West Nile virus is a very scary and could be a deadly disease. Finally, the rabies virus. The rabies virus is an acute, fatal viral disease. In 2007, 42 horses in the United States died from rabies. Since your horses are outside most of the time, they're always in danger of this. All it takes is an infected animal to bite the horse and transmit the virus. I don't really know about you, but out at our farm, there's tons of coyotes, skunks, raccoons. It even could come from a cat that had the rabies virus. The time between the bite and the clinical signs that your horse will show is usually 2 to 9 weeks. It could be longer than 6 months. Some of the clinical signs of rabies can be anything. Possible behavioral changes, blindness, fever, difficulty swallowing, colic, and obscure lameness. The treatment for a horse with rabies is none. The vet will usually recommend euthanizing the horse when clinical signs of the disease are shown. To prevent rabies, please get your horse vaccinated. Also, minimizing the contact with wildlife is also something that you can do to help your horse not get rabies. In summary, vaccinating your horse yearly is a great way to ensure your horse lives a long, happy life. Horses have been around for centuries, helping us with farming, cattle drives, and trail rides. Remember, horses are here to help you and will be here to help you for years to come. Let's make sure to keep them happy and healthy. Thanks!